I feel like the OG gays, like the old head gays, the gays that have actually been through this, that actually fought for their rights for marriage, really don't like this type of shit. I really feel like they look at this stuff and they're like, they get cringe or they get scared because they know like that this is doing too much. They know that they're gonna get backlash from this. They know that this is forcing people to do something that they're not agreeing to now.
Subscribe to this channel. In case you are watching this channel and have not subscribed.
There's some basketball player. You know me, I don't follow sports very closely. Baseball is the only one that I really follow much at all. But there's this basketball player. His name is Provorov. And Provorov has a religious objection to putting on the gay pride flag on his jersey. And he was told by his team that he had to wear a gay pride flag jersey. And he said, no, I'm Christian. That actually contradicts my faith. So no thanks. I'm not going to wear the jersey. And they said, you have to wear the jersey. He said, I don't want to wear the jersey. And it was like that scene in Seinfeld when during AIDS, everyone wanted you to wear a little ribbon on your clothing. And Kramer said, I don't want to wear the ribbon. He said, wear the ribbon. Why aren't you wearing the ribbon? And it has reached such a fever pitch that some Looney Tune anchor just went on an unhinged rant about this man not wanting to wear a gay symbol on his body.
The theme is not hockey is for everyone, ... unless you don't believe in gay rights, then do whatever you want. If the National Hockey League is going to do this, if any league is going to do this, do it properly or reevaluate what you're doing. Because there's not a lot of repercussions that I'm seeing from any league. Now, it could change with the NHL. I think you fine the Flyers $1 million for this. I'm not kidding.
Oh my
Figure this
God.
out and stop offending people on nights where it's not about that. It's supposed to be about inclusivity. The National Hockey League need to attack this and figure this out. Because what I heard last night was offensive and didn't make any sense. Because, for instance, if that was a military night, okay?
Right.
If anyone in Canada or in the States on a military appreciation night wouldn't wear a jersey pregame, do you have any idea the uproar that would have happened on that? Do you have any idea the backlash? Do you have any idea what happened on social media?
I don't know what a military night is. I'm assuming it's like some type of Veterans Day for Canadians. If I'm wrong on that, let me know down below.
Ridiculous.
Do you have any?
But yeah, like I'm a little conflicted on this issue because, for one, I do understand that you shouldn't be forced to wear anything. But then on the other hand, you're in a whole league as your career where you're required to wear a uniform. So they do have the right to tell you what to wear. But on the other hand, it is his religion, so it contradicts his beliefs. So he shouldn't be forced to wear something like that. I agree with the reporter on that. They need to either not do this at all or make sure it's handled correctly, because it is kind of hateful. It is kind of like, well, I don't believe gays should exist. I don't believe gays should have rights. So I can see how it could be received that way. But at the same time, you shouldn't force nobody to wear anything that shows that they support something that they don't. I just feel like I said, I just feel like since the word's gonna go about this whole Pride Night, then everybody should have been on board, because if not, then stuff like this happens. I don't think it shouldn't happen anyways. Pride Night should have nothing to do with hockey, basketball, football. It should have, your sexuality beliefs should have nothing to do with sports. So it shouldn't have been in the NHL, period. But like I said, like if the NHL was going to do this, then they should have made sure beforehand that everyone was on board. And if everybody wasn't on board, then they shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't try to force people to promote beliefs that might not align with them. Everybody has their own beliefs. Everyone has their own morals and their own ideology that they believe in. I get it being inclusive, but just sports is not the place to be inclusive with stuff like that. It is a sports show. It is only about sports. It is so we can watch competition. It's so we can watch a team play another team to see who wins. It has nothing to do with political agenda. So they should just keep it out of there completely. It really all falls back on the NHL. Why don't see why in the fuck this fool's talking about the hockey player should be fined $1 million? Because he is smoking dope. The NHL is their problem. They pushed this envelope, and now this guy has to deal with his consequences because his religion doesn't agree with it. I'm sure he's done nothing hateful. Actually, I don't know. He might have done some hateful shit to gay people, but I would assume, since he's a public figure, that he's done nothing hateful to gay people.
Any idea? I'm I'm laughing for a couple of reasons. One is I just proved my thesis that I don't know anything about sports because I thought it was a basketball player, but it's a hockey player. Okay, all right. Actually, I prefer hockey to basketball. There's more fights. It's a little bit more exciting. Manly sport, isn't it? And in this manly sport, this Christian guy says, I don't want to wear the gay thing. Please don't make me wear the gay thing. And then this Looney Tune on the NHL channel, he says, could you imagine if a player didn't want to wear a jersey honoring military veterans? As if to say that a man who goes out there and fights for his country, risks his life to go kill the bad guys and protect our freedom and our traditions, that is the same thing as a guy who really, really, really likes doing weird sex stuff. Both of those things are equally deserving of our admiration. Well, Colonel, I really appreciate the sacrifice you made being wounded overseas to protect my country. And you, Julio, I'm glad that you went to the bathhouse yesterday. I find both of those things so terribly honorable. Give me both of your jerseys. I'm gonna, no.
See, I don't even think they should be forced to wear military shit, because I feel like some people might believe that killing is wrong and that you shouldn't go to war and that you should love and peace and that. Like, I understand Veterans Day. I understand people that want to support and show support for that. But I just don't feel like sports is the place that you should force people to wear and support and push ideologies and beliefs and all this other stuff that they're trying to push down people's throats by doing stuff like this. Like with the whole veteran thing, I feel like that's only okay because it's been okay forever, you know? And I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't support your military, and I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't support your veterans. I'm not trying to say none of that. What I'm trying to say is that sports is not the place to push it. And this might be coming from a layman's, because I don't watch sports. I watch sometimes. The most I watch is UFC, and I kind of stopped watching that recently too. I want to get back into it because I do like it. It's just I've been busy as fuck. But like I said, I'm not a big sports fan. So maybe they do this stuff a lot. But me as an outsider looking at it, I don't see why in the fuck they need to push ideologies or beliefs or propaganda or anything. I don't see why sports needs to be the one to push that. Just play your fucking sports, and that's that. No one watches your guys' games for those reasons. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, I'm a layman's to that shit, so maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, let me know down below. But I just feel like it's really not the place to do it. It has nothing to do with anything about the entertainment that you're watching.
No. One of those things is admirable. One of those things is at best kind of weird and a matter that we don't need to talk about all that much publicly. That's the best case scenario, okay?
I wouldn't say weird. I'd say, what would you call something that's not tied to the topic? I wouldn't say weird. I'd say unimportant, because it has nothing to do with what you're watching.
How can you imagine the guy? He seems genuinely confused. And he goes on.
Nothing scares me more than any human being who says, I'm not doing this because of my religious beliefs. Because when you looked in people's lives who normally say that publicly, you'd throw up at what you saw. You would throw up at what you saw. And I've seen that a million times in a lot of different ways. So don't give me that. With respect. Don't give me that, because no one's perfect. All right? Don't feed me the religious beliefs line. And all of a sudden the NHL is going to back off this. The National Hockey League today needs to fine that organization $1 million and reevaluate how they support gay rights. Because that is insulting. That is the #1 trending topic in Canada. That is insulting what happened in Philadelphia.
Remember when the argument was, hey, what's it matter to you? Hey, man, what's your hang up? Why do you care what people do in their bedrooms? It doesn't affect your life. But if you don't wear the gay t-shirt, we're going to fine you $1 million. But it doesn't affect you. Hey, come on. How does my gay marriage affect your real marriage? It doesn't affect, but give me $1 million if you ever so much as even cast a slight glance of aspersion on the glorious, wonderful thing we call homosexual sexual behavior.
I feel like the OG gays, like the old head gays, the gays that have actually been through this, that actually fought for their rights for marriage, really don't like this type of shit. I really feel like they look at this stuff and they're like, they get cringe or they get scared because they know like that this is doing too much. They know that they're gonna get backlash from this. They know that this is forcing people to do something that they're not agreeing to now, which is gonna look bad on their whole community, and is might even make the LGBT communities progress backwards to where, who knows, it just progress backwards whenever it's came so far forward. I just can't see gay people who only did this for being able to be in a relationship and love the person that they love caring about something like this. But he is 100% right. Like they should not be trying to find nobody for what they believe. They like, It's a hockey organization's fault for even doing this in the first place. They put the spotlight on them, and now they're dealing with the backlash. Well, actually, they're not even dealing with it. That individual player is dealing with it because of his religion, because he stood on what he believed in, which should be admirable. It should be respectable.
How dare you? That would be like insulting a military veteran. You see how that, and do you remember at the time when the libs said all that, the conservatives said, no, man, it's actually a slippery slope, and we're not all just free-floating atoms, so things that affect anyone and certainly groups of people end up affecting all of society. And they say, shut up, bigot. Shut up with your stupid religion. And wear the t-shirt of my religion. Get your religion out of public. Wear my religion.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to say much more. I 100% understand why people are upset on both sides. Like, I feel like that's where most people miss the target. And that's what my whole channel, I try to do the most, is try to understand both sides. I can see why people like him are mad, because it's kind of like, it's stepping on religion. It's stepping on your beliefs. It's forcing people to do something that they don't agree with. And if they don't, then they get fined, which is a lot more to be upset about, in my opinion. And then I can also see why the gays are mad, because it's like a slap in the face to their community. I just don't feel like people are mad at the right thing. People should be mad at the NHL. They should not allow this stuff to even be in the fucking hockey league. I don't see why it matters. It don't matter at all. If you want to love someone, love someone. It shouldn't have to be pushed down someone's throat. It shouldn't have to be in the spotlight. It shouldn't have to be on every fucking billboard and in every single TV show. If someone wants to be gay, they can be gay. You don't have to fucking be like, okay, well, I'm not gay, but I'll wear a bunch of rainbows. I'll paint my fucking face with rainbow colors. I'll wear glitter all over my shit. I'll wear a tutu and a bra, and that's how I gotta show my support over LGBTQ. Like, no, it's stupid as fuck. But that was my first time reacting to Michael Knowles. I've seen his content. I haven't seen his content. I've seen his content pop up. I never watched anything by him. It wasn't too bad. If you guys liked his type of videos or want me to react to more of his videos, let me know down below. But with all that said, if you like what I was talking about, if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, just comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. If you like the video, please like the video. And if you fuck with your boy, will you please give me a subscription? With that being said, deuces.
But that's just how it's supposed to be. She thinks she leeching probably, but she won't get nothing from me. Say you let me, I doubt it. I'll fuck around and pay the fee. It's a whole lot of hate up in your eyes, and I can see it.
Hate all in your eyes, and you've been praying on my down.